Hello? Who's there? Who's there? Ha! It's me, it's Scarecrow. Oh, wait, calm down, hold on. It's not really Scarecrow. Look. Stop. Calm down. Here, look. It's me, it's your buddy Philtastic here. Here, hold on. Let me put this on here. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. I just figured, it being Halloween and all, and being the third video where I show off the conclusion, the last 11 Batober pictures, maybe I figured I'd dress up like Scarecrow. Did it work? Do you like it? Okay. Again, I'm sorry, but would you like to see the pictures? All right, we'll just get started, but if it's your first time looking at this channel, you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description or at the end of the video so that you can go back and look at the other pictures as well. Or, let's say you just want to review them so that you watch them all in a row and kind of get an idea for the full run, you could go ahead and do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll shut up and we'll start the videos. See you in a bit. All right, so we're back. If it's your first time looking at this, basically what Batober is that every single day of the month, there's a different word prompt. And based on that prompt, we're making a picture about something with Batman, something to do with Batman, I should say. Now, because I like to both challenge myself and, of course, make things a little bit more difficult, as everybody in my life will tell you, I've made a couple different rules. I'm not showing any actual pictures of Batman, the Batman signal. I'm not repeating any characters used. And I'm also not showing any violent or weaponry or anything like that. So stay tuned. Let's see what we did for days 21 through 31. As I mentioned in the prior video, the words, at least I found for this next batch of photos, got a lot harder. And here we kicked off with day 21 with bottle. I really had trouble figuring what to do with it, and I decided I wanted to go more of a glamour route. So for this one, I drew Poison Ivy holding a bottle of perfume. Got my inspiration from perfume ads. Named Ivy. Overall, I thought it came out pretty good. I found out the most challenging thing was just trying to make it look like the eye that she's looking through the bottle with was different, like it was magnified. But I think I pulled it off all in all. Not my favorite, but it's one I definitely like. Word for day 22 was run. And for my picture for run, I went, I guess you could say, ripped right from the headlines, went from true life. If you turn on the news, everybody's talking about shortages and people stocking up at Costco and other big box stores. So here we go. I took the Black Mask, who people may know from the unfortunate Harley Quinn movie, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, I think it was called. And he's just simply doing what we all do. He's making a Costco run and stocking up on toilet paper and whatever other essentials that supervillains stock up on. All right, so day 23, the word is armory. Now, the biggest challenge I had was how do I make a picture for armory if I'm not showing any weapons or anything violent? And I really struggled with it, but in the end, I went back to the 1989 Batman movie, the scene where Michael Keaton meets Vicky Vale in Wayne Manor for the first time, and we're in the quote-unquote armory. So I figured, okay, how am I going to do that without just showing the movie? So in this case, I have a newer character from James Tynion run, Clown Hunter, whom I mistakenly identified as Clown Killer, just sitting back and watching Batman 1989. Again, I thought it was a clever use of the word, and given the restrictions I put on myself, I think I did okay. Okay, so the word for day 24 was bygone, and I had to look up the definition. I'm paraphrasing, but basically it's a relic or an artifact from an older time. Now, when I think of something like this, without thinking of a Batman weapon or a Batarang or something like Jason Todd's original Robin costume that's in the Batcave, I think of the red phone, the Bat phone, in the 1960s Batman TV series that sat in Wayne Manor and also on Commissioner Gordon's desk. I actually have a funny story about this. My aunt and uncle, my mom's brother and sister, who are both no longer with us, used to love Batman. They were kids at the time. And my grandfather was a carpenter, and he had a red phone in his workshop. I think you kind of see where this is going. So they wanted to play Batman and Robin after school one day. And my uncle saw the phone on the wall, and he's like, well, we need a bat phone, and he tore it right off the wall. So I don't know how long later, days later maybe, my grandfather came looking for the phone, and he kept saying to my aunt and uncle, "Hey, have you seen the red phone?" And my aunt, she must have been very young at the time, kept saying, "No, red phone, no. Oh, do you mean the bat phone?" And of course, once my grandfather put two and two together, I'm sure my uncle was punished. But I thought this was a good opportunity to kind of play homage to that little story, and also just show off a piece of Batman history. Okay, so the word for day 25 is lurking. And for that, rather than having a villain hiding in the shadows, I thought of what's a real life situation where people lurk, or where people kind of hide in a shady way. And I remember back when I used to actually have to drive into work or work in an office. You'd always hear stories about people taking lunch. I've never run into that. I guess I'm very lucky. Nobody's wanted to steal lunches in my workplace. But here I had Hush, all in his bandages and whatnot, raiding the refrigerator, and you can see he's taking sandwiches and lunches from the other Batman villains. And I've got their names labeled on the various Tupperwares and whatnot in there. But hopefully, I guess he's looking to make sure Ra's al Ghul doesn't come and see that he's eating his lunch. The word for day 26 is gadgets. Now, everybody knows that Batman has a bunch of gadgets he uses to fight crime, but we're not showing any Batman in this challenge, remember. So for that, I went to a newer character I've been wanting to really incorporate into this challenge, Miracle Molly. She's brand new to Tinian's Run here, and she's a bit of a gearhead, or tech head, I guess you could say. And here she's playing around with the computer, and if you look in the background, you see a framed picture of someone who I thought may inspire her a little bit to tinker and whatnot, and that is Gadget from the 90s Chip and Dale cartoon, The Rescue Rangers. So there you go, you've got Gadget and Gadgets. At this point, we are in the halfway mark of the pictures, and just wanted to say, if you like what you see so far, give me a thumbs up and tell me what your favorite picture of all of Batober 2021 has been. Share this video, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. As I said in the first video as well, if you really, really like any of these pictures and you want one for your own, contact me through Instagram and we'll work something out. I'll send a picture right over to you directly. The word for this day is knuckles. Now, it was really hard to figure out how to put something like knuckles in, whether it's a knuckle on a fist, or brass knuckles, or somebody cracking their knuckles, without making it overly aggressive. Again, we're trying to avoid doing that with this picture series. So I figured, what's another instance somebody would crack their knuckles? Well, if they're getting ready to do something that they like, or something that takes skill to do. So in this case, I have Dr. Hugo Strange, not to be confused with Doctor Strange from the Avengers. There's no magic here, just craziness. And I said, you know what, maybe he's a bit of a Jenga nut. So here we go. We've got Dr. Hugo Strange cracking his knuckles, getting ready to play his favorite game of Jenga. Okay, so this next word is candle. Now, candle could be used to set a mood or set a tone, and the mood I decided to go for was relaxation. So here we have one of Batman's most notorious and menacing villains, Ra's al Ghul, aka the Demon. But instead of being menacing or evil or plotting or even coming out of the Lazarus Pit, I said, let's put him in a relaxing bath. So here you go, and he's just relaxing, and I tried to make some good use of the light and shade there just to really kind of set a good tone for it. I think I did okay with it. Now, before I get into this picture and the idea behind this picture, I want to give a shout out to a great YouTuber and Instagrammer by the name of Aaron from AA Comics. That's Aaron, like Aaron from the Key and Peele bit. But I'll put a link to his page, his Instagram page, and his YouTube channel in the description of this video. Aaron was following all of the pictures. He was telling me how much he enjoyed the series, and he had a special request to include Calendar Man. Well, it just so happened I was thinking of putting in Calendar Man, but using him in a slightly different way than one would expect. So the word for that day was clock. People had a lot of exciting pictures of Batman hanging from a minute hand of a clock over Gotham as some villain was on top of a clock tower laughing and whatnot. I think I saw one or two Back to the Future parodies, which were pretty funny. But I looked at a clock and I said, let's go for boredom. So here we have Harley Quinzel, before she becomes Harley Quinn, but not too long before, as the therapist in Arkham Asylum, and she's supposed to be listening to Calendar Man going on and on and on about whatever Calendar Man is going to go on about. I don't know, holidays, leap years, whatever he's going to talk about. But in the back of her mind, as she's checking that clock out of boredom, she's slowly becoming Harley. And you see the laughs of the Joker, or Harley, I guess you could say, in the back of her head. And you could even look and see a small silhouette of Harley in the background. Okay, here we are for day 30, and the word is tired. Now, there were a lot of great pictures of showing a weary Batman looking over the Bat computer, maybe after many, many days of fighting crime and whatnot without a break. I wanted to go a different route, so here I have Man Bat somewhere over Gotham in the background, along with his other Bat friends, and maybe he's just going to bed, or maybe he's just getting ready to wake up. Either way, he's very sleepy. He's not the normal menacing Man Bat we're used to seeing. Overall, I really like how this one came out, particularly the background. Man Bat himself, I tried to go with more of a classical kind of an etched look, and I think I did a good job of it. Finale for Batober 2021. The word was team. Now, it was really hard to figure out what to do for team, seeing as how I've already used all the Robins. I didn't really want to go too far into the other Batgirls or even into Huntress or whatnot. But there is one vital member of the Bat team I feel doesn't get enough love, at least in Batober, and that is Alfred Pennyworth, the butler. So here I've got Alfred cleaning in Wayne Manor as he does, but if you look closely, he's cleaning a photograph of a soccer, or I guess as he would call it because he's British, a football team. I did a little bit of research for this, and I found that Alfred is from the Essex County of, the Essex region, not Essex County if you're in Jersey. The Essex region of England. So I looked up, and I don't know too much about professional soccer, but apparently there's quite a few soccer clubs, or football clubs rather, in the Essex region of England. So I picked up one here. There's Colchester, and I made it like, okay, here's Alfred, and maybe he was a member of this particular soccer club, but he's got his championship team photo up on the wall, and he's just polishing off, and he's got a slight smile on his face, a look of pride about it. I thought this one worked pretty well. Like that, we are at the end of Batober 2021. That's right, we went through all 31 days. I hope that you enjoyed some of the pictures that you looked at today and some of my unique takes and some of the roles I did on here. I don't have immediate plans for another challenge, but who knows? If you're interested in seeing my work, go ahead and take a look at me on Instagram and follow along. You can see what I draw as I actually put them up. If you need any of that information, I'll go ahead and put that in the details or the description of this video. And I also encourage you to go ahead and check out, again, AA Comics, Aaron, both on YouTube and Instagram. You'll see links in the description as well. Thanks again for checking out my video and for looking at my artwork. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.